Chapter 77. Can't you be more unyielding? Shadow Guard. He said he wanted to kill you. Are you afraid? Chang Sunji laughed out loud when he heard this. A Kanchi refinement cultivator killing a transcendent foundation establishment cultivator. This was the funniest joke he had heard today. The Shadow Guard did not say anything. Instead, he seriously sized up Song Shi. A Kanchi refinement cultivator could actually block his attack with his bare hands. He was not simple. Chang Sunji, you're going overboard. Song Shi was expressionless. This person had successfully aroused his disgust and had stimulated his killing intent. Perhaps in the eyes of people with backgrounds like Chang Sunji, mocking other weaklings and teaching disobedient people a lesson was second nature to him. However, Song Shi was not interested in lowering his head. He could not let the other party continue parading so pretentiously in front of him. However, the more he showed that he cared, the more excited and eager Chang Sunji became. Chang Sunji looked at Song Shi and sneered, "You're really so naive that it's laughable. Do you think that you're the same as the disciples of cultivation geniuses who are able to kill enemies of a higher level?" Song Shi stopped talking and took out the fire python talisman. Since extraordinary foundation establishment cultivators were so powerful, then he should try this fire python talisman that was comparable to the attack of a golden core king, right? The Shadow Guard instinctively sensed danger and took a step back. Young Master Ji, this person has an ace in his hands. He has a lethal trump card, and it is not wise to provoke him. Enough. Chang Sunji, do you think that just because you have a transcendent foundation establishment grandmaster as your guard, you are invincible? Chen Yiling's gaze was ugly. Do you believe that I can immediately get someone to strip you of your status in the Demon Slayers division? Chang Sunji's expression changed as he became displeased. He loved using his words to suppress others and mock their aggrieved and humiliated expressions. However, he didn't manage to do that today. He waved his hand and raised his head. Consider yourself lucky. If we were anywhere else, your head would have been smashed today. Your luck isn't bad either. If we were anywhere else, I would have turned you into ashes with how you parade your cheap mouth. Song Shi said similar words and touched his fire python talisman regretfully. A powerful fluctuation emitted from it, causing the Shadow Guard's pupils to constrict. Young Master, be careful. This is the fire python talisman. It's comparable to a golden core attack. The Shadow Guard was extremely nervous. He was only at the early stage of the extraordinary foundation establishment realm, and would not be able to withstand this thing at all. Chang Sunji's smug expression immediately dissipated and his face darkened. He stared at the scarlet talisman in Song Shi's hand, speechless. How could this fellow have a talisman of this level? Even he didn't have one. The others were also shocked and their expressions changed. For the first time, they started to become more aware of this mortal profligate son. To be able to take out such a destructive talisman, he was definitely not as simple as he seemed. There was probably a big shot supporting this person in the background. Chang Sunji, tell me now, who is the young master? Song Shi raised the talisman, and a circle of fire appeared. Chang Sunji held his breath. This time, even he could feel the danger, especially as he felt that the other party really wanted to kill him. Cold sweat broke out and his expression immediately changed. Brother Song, you're a young master. What am I? In just a pair of silk pants one. A pair of silk pants is a Chinese phrase to describe a rich and hedonistic young man. Look, I think we can even be considered in-laws given my relationship with your sister. I should be your brother-in-law. There's no need for us to resort to this. Song Shi wanted to curse him out. FCK being your brother-in-law. Can't you King be more stubborn and unyielding so I can have an excuse to use this fire python talisman? I've long wanted to see its power. Everyone's face twitched. You just want to see the power of such a precious talisman. Who would dare to want to look at it? This thing could even threaten a golden core realm expert. Chen Ming looked up with an inexplicable gaze in his eyes before retracting it. If he had known earlier, he would have been more polite to Song Shi and perhaps even take the opportunity to befriend him. Chen Yiling glared at Song Shi. Can't you use it to deal with the rebel cultivators? I'm not interested. You won't even reimburse me. Song Shi kept a fire python talisman and glanced at Chang Sunji. Seeing that you're still holding a grouch, you are welcome to keep provoking me. Tomorrow, I'll make sure my slut sister changes her man. Chang Sunji lowered his head and clenched his fists tightly. His expression was one of humiliation, but he did not speak again. According to his personality, he would definitely have not taken a step back. However, ever since he was captured by the demon Taoist and almost died, he didn't dare to provoke an existence with a more powerful strength than him anymore. At the very least, Song Shi, who had the fire python talisman, was someone he could agitate. He had mocked the other party just now because he wanted to regain his confidence, but in the end, it just dealt another blow to him. Life was too difficult. He could no longer show off in the Imperial Jin City and actually had to suffer here. Junior sister, this person has a bad temper. You're still young and can't control him. Why don't I take care of him? Wuxia coughed. This time, the few commanders who were at the late stage of the Khanate realm, or above the 9th level of Qi refinement, were all leading teams separately. If they could bring Song Shi along, the other party would be much safer with the fire python talisman. Senior brother, why can't I control him? Moreover, I've already told him in advance that he is in my team. At that time, I didn't know that he had the fire python talisman. Chen Yiling frowned. Sometimes, her senior brother was quite selfish. He would directly snatch her resources away. These words made Wuxia so embarrassed that he could not speak. I quite like this young friend. Please let me team up with him. Elder Du, who had been panting heavily just now, walked over energetically and took the initiative to join Chen Yiling. I also felt that fellow Dao Song was a dragon among men when I first saw him. I hope to join Commander Chen's team and be able to interact with fellow Dao Song. Daoist Kai also spoke. Instantly, Song's team seemed to be in high demand. Many people wanted to approach him. Dark Iron Sword Zhao Wufeng did not speak. It was not known if he was embarrassed by what had happened, or if he still believed that he had the ability to deal with danger and did not need Song's support. Currently, Song Shi, who had been ridiculed by Chang Sunji, was suddenly the center of attention. Even he was a little speechless. Everyone, our different teams have to be as balanced as possible. Moreover, the fire python talisman is his personal item. He might be willing to use it, so please be rational. Wuxia persuaded. At this moment, Sakanya rushed over. When he saw that everyone was in a mess, he frowned. Hurry up and split into teams immediately. Don't delay. How do we split? Wuxia asked. There are only 3 Khanate and perfected Qi refinement cultivators here. For the time being, we'll be divided into 3 teams. We'll listen to seniors' arrangements after we split up. Sakanya looked at Elder Du, Zhao Wufeng, and Daoist Kai. How about old Zhao, you follow me? Then I want this old gentleman. Chen Yiling chose the seemingly old and powerless Elder Du. Then I can only ask for fellow Daoist Kai. However, this young Master Son is quite capable. You have to ask for one less late-stage Qi refinement cultivator. Song Shi found it strange that Wuxia was trying to recruit more people for his team. They were just there to do a simple quest. Was there a need to be so calculative? After quickly dividing the 100 over people into 3 teams, Chen Yiling brought them away and explained the reason for the different teams. You must be curious as to why we have to split up. The main reason is that Sky Demon Cult often ambushes us. If there are too many people, it will be easy to get discovered. Hence it is much safer to split up. Song Shi frowned. So they are using a guerrilla warfare tactic to deal with the enemy. This situation seemed to be indeed quite troublesome. I suggest that it's best for everyone to restrain their auras, and even change their appearances to be safe when taking the remote path, Elder Du said. He then restrained his aura and instantly looked like an ordinary old man.